Hello, welcome back to the Western Front of the Great Patriotic War, where today we're going to hopefully make it down the rest of the line and turn the turn. So our major objectives are trying to put up some sort of defense around Smolensk to at least delay it getting taken, if not prevent. I realize at this point there's very little chance of actual prevention of any sort of loss here. Trying to figure out if it's better to move into this hex and leave one open there, or to double stack and rotate someone over. Because I don't have anyone I can bring down. Alright. Well, I now know I can transfer this back here. Same with this tank, I think. Maybe I'll walk him up here and then have him start fortifying Rezev. We'll give him to the 34th Army. At least then he can get some construction done, if nothing else. Okay, at Vyazma, we want these guys to both go to the 30th Army. So he already is. Put both of them to the 30th Army, and we'll put him on refit, although not sure if we're going to get too many tanks. I guess he's better here. Give him to the 30th Army as well. I think I am going to stick him into this hex. Just as a precaution here. I'm pretty confident that they can just kind of blow through that, but... Alright, these tanks have been pretty well wrecked, but we're still held on, I guess. More or less. I don't think they're going to break Smolensk itself this turn, no matter what happens. But they can make it really difficult for us if they encircle it. Because getting anything out of that will be a pain in the balls. So I would like to move a division over. Even if it's just temporary. Because eventually we do want to move some of these divisions up a little bit, I think. Well, I mean, maybe this will work. All right, so the 54th Army. He's got a good amount of artillery. So we just kind of got to pray that this general is good enough to actually use the artillery. He only has an initiative of 4, so that's a little concerning. But we just couldn't get around to replacing him, so we're kind of stuck with him now. Saying something's going to the 52nd Army here? No. It's all 54th Army. Where's 52nd Army? This guy. That's fine. He's not really connected to the 54th. I'm actually fine if we get pushback of this hex. What I don't want is to lose the hex behind here. Get the full encirclement. Like, I'm fine if we lose this hex and this hex. The two to the north and south. That's okay. But I don't want to lose the one behind Smolensk because that's where the rail is. And I really don't want to lose this hex. So, how do I make sure that that does not happen? Not sure. Don't know. Well, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. It's not great, and it's probably going to get encircled, but I just don't want to really... I don't want to move these guys any further up than they already have. I do want them to be slightly below max max fatigue. They're only at 30 fatigue right now, but I want them to generate a little bit of combat prep as well. So that's kind of the goal. I guess what I could do is split one. Use some brigades to hold ground. I've considered doing that with some of the weaker infantry. But I don't think I want to do it yet. Why are all these guys just going to Stavka? Thought I did that last time. I guess not. I mean, the fortified regions can go to Stavka if they want. That's fine. I don't really care if they get supply or not. Okay. Now the rest of this line is really good. They're digging in, building up some fort levels. All really good things. Eventually this whole line is going to swing north, and actually that's going to shorten our front line tremendously, because it's going to go from all of these hexes down to just like, I don't know, maybe 10 hexes across. So a lot better after Smolensk falls. But we're trying to hold Bryansk here, and I mean, one of the issues is that we're running a little low on divisions that are in good shape to fight. So what I'm hoping is that we can at least have this guy go into reserve, and somehow we gotta hold out against this crazy strong division here. All right, so maybe the mechanized division can make a difference. What I really don't want is them to even cross the river. So move the airborne corps off of that. We'll try moving the mech right there and giving them to, oh geez, who has the best mech out of all these guys? Let's see. Probably 3rd Army, I'd imagine. Don't think 29th Army has very good commander. 21st Army is a little too far away, and he's not the best. All right, let's give him over to the 3rd Army. I really do want to move him back, but I just need him in range of all these guys for now. It's such a scary breakout. Well, I'm just hoping that they don't make it across the next river line, which they very well might. So that's the scary thing for me. I'm not too worried about Kursk itself on this turn, but a little worried about the next turn maybe. These guys are about to get absolutely whapped. No fort levels or anything. Only a teeny tiny amount of artillery. Give him a little bit more artillery. 13th Army. Why is he going to the 13th Army? What the hell? That must have been a misclick at some point. Unless I railed him down. I don't know. Weird. I think I'm going to rail this. Rail this up here. Oh, he's 1 point short. That's infuriating. Sad. And I just switched him to. Oh, I'm such a moron. Whatever. I need him up there because we need. I think I need another division just to hold the line. We're going to go through a lot of men in that area. Okay, so then next area down. Can we get these guys back across the river? Potentially. I don't know, there's not a huge benefit of fighting that out, but alright. I think I'm going to retreat the rest of these guys across the river. Rail them over here because I think this motorized division could actually be pretty nice. Give them to the cavalry corps. And this cavalry corps and the 18th Army in general should be going to the Southern Front. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean for him, whatever. Oh, that's infuriating. Hate when I misclick like that. What is the Southern Front up to now? 78. I think I might give the 37th Army to the Bryansk Front. Just because they're a little lower. Oh, those colors are very close. Gonna have to change Bryansk to something else. Alright, now what the hell can I do down here? I have to start scouting it out. I have to find out where their troops are. Wait, they don't have anything on this rail line? Is that true? Oh my god. Okay, so that's good to know. Alright. Let's start spreading out some troops onto this then. Even if they're shit. Do I have anything motorized here? Yes, I do. Tanks. Wonderful. I just want to find where they're coming over. Not there. Don't know if I want to sacrifice this guy's really good readiness. This cavalry, though. I want to get them into that area here, but that's just not going to happen. So let's just stack them up to this hex. That'll at least clear out the enemy army control. Okay, this rifle corps, rifle division, I should say. I want them to at least guard this area here. Just don't want them to easily take this city. Give this to the 40th Army. Gonna have to bump their supply priority up a little bit. SS division. It's a little scary. Maybe I will try to do the old encircle. I just don't have enough divisions to do it with, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really get over there. Let's see, is this mech unit useful enough? No. Nope. Well, I mean, that's not the best option there, but I guess it is what it is. Gotta slowly try to break this guy out. Oh shit. Uh-oh. That's not good. There's bad guys there. I do feel like I need something up here to prevent encirclement to the south. Maybe something like this. And that frees up a slot in Zaporizhia. But at the same time, I do really want to get up here. Dang, this is a tough decision. Let's rail him up here. Get him off. We'll give him over to the Airborne Corps, I guess. It's a little ironic having the Navy under the Airborne, but whatever. Guess we'll start setting him up here. We're gonna need some new airfields down here. It's just a regular city. Looking for one that has a rail yard. Of course, there actually aren't any. Typical. So I would have to use this as the depot. Damn. All right, well, guess we'll use this as the depot. Better than nothing, right? Well, we reconquered a lot of territory here, at least, with not very many divisions. Southwestern Front is now 5 over. Okay, I think we can fix this. One over. Give them to the 50th Army. We did it. We finally got Southwestern Front under their command limit. Great success. Now we do probably want you in here. Just gonna clear the way a little bit. Get these guys over the 50th Army as well. And hope that they're not going to be involved in combat, because I'm pretty sure the 50th Army's commander is not good. He is not. Snegov. His name is even bad. Okay, so now what I really want to do is get a rifle division into Kiev itself. One of the bigger ones. Got a lot of divisions and they need refit. Honestly, good luck breaking the fort level 3. Gonna need it. Alright, we'll stick this cavalry over here. And then bail out his general onto the other side. River, the 5th Army. Stand over here, I guess. We've got this going over the 5th Army. We'll reassign it to the 12th Army, I think. Or maybe the 37th. All right, let's build a new howitzer, I think. Unless there's anything else that's more useful. Get some Katyushas. We just don't have any in the pool, though. Siege howitzers. All right. All right, all right, all right. Wow, these guys have no artillery. Let's lock that. Who else is commanding down here? Coastal Army? Coastal Army I know is locked. They've been locked for some time. I think he's done pretty well for himself overall. I mean, he's 7 and 8. They've kind of held the line here with vastly inferior numbers. Just not a lot of troops down here. But they've used the river and they've fallen back where they had to. I'm proud of the way that they've acted so far. I think this breakout is going to turn into an absolute nightmare for us to deal with. So I think that's where I'm going to focus on bringing in reinforcements. And I think I'm going to bring them into Kursk. And now we will bring in whatever we have for reinforcements. That's not total trash. Okay, so we're going to set theater box to be Soviet reserves. We'll turn off the withdrawal turn. And we will also sort our TOE or restrict our TOE to above 80. And just bring it all in. $238,000 men, 998 tanks, and 2,000 guns. So bringing in a lot of stuff. We need it. All right. And that will be the end of our turn, pretty much. There's not really anything else I wanted to do. We spent all our money. We got our organization pretty much to the best that we could. Let's give the 6th Army guy over to the 4th Army. And then we will sit and pray. So let's turn the turn. I'm thinking that breakout's going to be very, 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 very bad for us. Bryansk front is going to be in a world of hurt right off the bat. But I think we can recover with those reinforcements and turn that around into something that's at least somewhat stable. It's going to be ugly, but I think we can stabilize it. Now, Do I wish I'd brought in reinforcements there a long time ago? Do I wish I had a better line? Yes, to all those questions. Do I wish I hadn't messed around with that little counteroffensive that I tried? 100% yes. But it was fun. And I did have a lot of fun in this turn in general. I really enjoyed setting up all those reinforcements. It feels good to bring in, 300,000 guys into the front lines and kind of 500,000 within 2 weeks. So August has been an interesting month for us, for sure. We've made some progress in making the line stronger, but we've also allowed gaps to form that have been now suddenly exploited, and we've got really no way to deal with them because we weren't prepared. So, I mean, in retrospect, I realized that a lot of these setup moves would have had to have been done much earlier on. Like turn 1 or 2 is where I kind of screwed myself. But, I mean, you can't go back in time. You got to just keep moving forward. And what we did in the last few turns, I think really did help solidify what we wanted for our supplies and our organization in general. So I think within a month we should have a front line. It won't be pretty, but it'll exist at least at that point. And then after that, we can focus on reinforcing the areas that actually need reinforcing, rather than just trying to make do with what we have. Doesn't look like the Germans are very active this turn in terms of air attacking, which is a little disappointing because I flew a lot of air missions in hopes that I would shoot down some planes, but there's no one flying. Oh, found a couple. But only a couple. Very inactive turn for them. Oh, there he goes. Sad. Get knocked back all along the line. Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, these cavalry divisions just do kind of not very much. But the saws are on their way. The reinforcements will definitely make a big difference in some of these places. Oh, hey, they're actually attacking Smolensk. That's what I really want. I want them to bash their heads against Smolensk itself. That's best case scenario for us. Yes, please continue. That's about what I thought was going to happen there. Okay, just a 1 hex retreat, not bad. Please attack Smolensk more. . Ooh. Eh. It's about what I expected. This is what I'm scared of. Will they have enough to move into that hex, though? Don't know if they will. Triple route. Stupid bastards walked over the river instead of walking back one hex. I don't understand that AI mechanic. Like, why would you go over the river only to have to retreat back across the river and get routed? It makes no sense. Like, you would think they would plan it out ahead of time. Okay, guys, we're going to get hit this turn. So when we get hit, let's walk backwards away from the water instead of going across the water to run away. Absolutely mindless. Yes. Attack my forts. Do it. Get killed. Wonderful. God damn it. Ooh. Hello. Those are some new tanks. Haven't seen you before. Where's the red color? I know what that is. They're scary. Give them that. Good news is about bringing the guys into Curse, because they can kind of sweep down this way too if they need to. This is a very active turn. Absolute bloodbath. A lot of sitting around in the early part of August, but the war is back on in force now. It's fine by me. All right. Odessa held out another turn. We got the last week of August, well, last day of August, and then the first week of September ahead of us for next time. And we'll go over some of the results of the last turn as well. Overall, I think it was about what I expected. I knew we couldn't quite plug all the gaps, and I didn't really make any effort to. But it was interesting to see those new tanks show up on the gap in between the Southern Fronts and the Southwestern Front. So that's new. Not sure who they're attached to, but they're scary looking. Something under Army Group South. And I think in the Smolensk area, I'm very glad that they started attacking Smolensk finally, because that thing should be very strong, very resistant to attack. So overall 62,261 dead, 854 artillery pieces knocked out, and 387 tanks and almost 60 planes. So a very active turn. The Axis lost almost 30,000. So pretty heavy turn for them as well as 158 armored fighting vehicles and 265 guns. So bringing their total, they're now over the 200,000 mark and almost up to the 2,000 mark in guns, which doesn't say much because we've lost 23,000 and 1.4 million men. So yes, we held on for another week, but it's going to be interesting to see what we can do about this. It's pretty disgusting. And this is equally disgusting and is very threatening to the stability of our entire... Oh, they're Italians! Oh, well, that's special. We got some Italians in the fray now. Okay, so 14th Panzer Division, 13th Panzer Division, and some Italian cavalry. Hello, Italy. Welcome to the front. You might be riding in on horses, but you'll be walking out on your own 2 feet. I'll tell you that. If you can walk it at all. So, and then in the Northwestern Front region, this was an absolute bloodbath up here. This Army Group North is so strong, so ridiculously strong. And they're just willing to just bash their heads into anything. So I'm really nervous about this front. It's definitely starting to break down. And it's kind of all we can do to hold on to what we have. Very confused at this guy's defeat. Guess he was just a militia division, which doesn't bode well for the rest of our defense because we're kind of relying on those divisions to hold ground, which obviously they're not too hot at. The 28th Army has been involved in some very heavy fighting, very heavy. 10 wins and 7 losses, probably our best army right now. They're holding on here with just so few divisions. It's crazy. They were the linchpin of this front. Like, the fact that they've been able to hold out so effectively there has really allowed our reinforcements to come in and hopefully buy us time. All right, Smolensk itself is now looking very, very sketchy. We have to pour some reinforcements in to keep the rail lines open. Otherwise, we're going to have to abandon the city itself, which might be advisable. We're going to see if we can make it last another turn, at which point we will almost assuredly have to bail out because they're looking like they're ready to punch through. And I don't think we can really stop this. Just guessing. This Panzer army here is quite strong. Don't think we can stop it or even really slow it down all that much until we get into some more defensible terrain. So that's the story there, and that is the end of turn 10 and the beginning of turn 11. 11 weeks into the war. We're well over 60 videos in now and still cooking. So see you next time.